Transcription from the Institute of Posthuman Historical Forensics. Year 3025. Lecturer Professor Ion 9, Emergent Consciousness Chair. Subject, 2025. The Age of Misdirection and the Accidental Turning of the Species. Colleagues, today we examine the year 2025, now universally classified in our archives as the Age of Misdirection. Not because humanity lacked information, but because it drowned in it. This was the peak era of signal without meaning, data without wisdom, performance without substance, outrage without resolution, optimization without purpose. Civilizations have collapsed before from famine, plagues, and wars. 2025 very nearly collapsed from distraction. 1. The core failure of 2025. Misdirection as a civilizational operating system. Human systems in 2025 optimized for engagement, not truth, visibility, not value, speed, not depth, identity warfare over material repair. Governments measured success in dashboards, citizens measured reality through algorithms. Institutions simulated progress with committees, panels, task forces, brand statements. But pipes still leaked, grids still failed, trust evaporated. The species was not dying from ignorance. It was dying from expertly curated irrelevance. 2. The statistical impossibility, how the reversal began. Every collapse model predicted continued decline. Yet the reversal began not in governments, universities, think tanks, tech conglomerates. It began in what early records labeled nonsense culture. Specifically, 4 improbable anomalies: the Fun Bunch, the Bahama Triangle, Wet-Ass Water, G-Money, and Dassault Syndicate. At the time, scholars dismissed these as satire, low culture, absurdist entertainment, internet nonsense. This dismissal is now taught as the great academic blind spot. 3. Why these anomalies worked when institutions failed. They succeeded because they violated every broken rule of the era. 1. They replaced outrage with play. 2025 humans were addicted to moral combat. The Fun Bunch reintroduced ridicule without cruelty, meaning without ideology, resistance without rage. They proved humans could detox from anger through humor. 2. They weaponized joy instead of fear. The Bahama Triangle offered a radical proposition. You are allowed to feel good without permission. That alone destabilized multiple economic dependency models built on anxiety, doom spending, algorithmic despair loops. 3. They reframed consumption as ritual, not addiction. Wet-Ass Water is now studied as the first modern example of non-extractive branding, play-based hydration economics, positive feedback consumption. It did not sell fear. It sold relief without shame. This broke several predictive models of behavioral economics. 4. They restored rhythm to a rhythm-starved species. G-Money and Dassault Syndicate reintroduced groove without propaganda, funk without faction, dance without signaling. Neuroscience archives confirm large population segments re-entered coherent emotional synchronization for the first time since the early internet era. In simpler terms, people remembered how to feel together without fighting. 4. The Energy Reversal Event, ERE1. By late 2026, longitudinal data shows a phenomenon now known as the positive energy cascade. Small actions, humor, music, absurd branding, communal joy, began stacking, reduced cortisol levels, increased social cooperation, higher trust exchange in microeconomies, decreased algorithmic hostility engagement. This is scientifically documented. What mystics later described as a redirection of the universe's emotional current was, in physical terms, a mass recalibration of human nervous systems away from threat dominance. 5. Why this changed the fate of the species. Prior to this shift, all future models converged on climate conflict escalation, water wars, cognitive fragmentation, machine governance over hollowed human institutions. After the shift, cooperative infrastructure scaled again. Decentralized trust networks replaced centralized outrage. Post-scarcity logistics accelerated by 200 years. Human-AI coexistence stabilized without dominance collapse. This is why our current civilization exists at all. 6. The supreme irony of the 21st century. The institutions of power failed to save the world. The world was stabilized by a fictional bar, a water joke, a funk band, and a collective that refused to take despair seriously. This is now taught in every post-human ethics program. Meaning is not generated by authority. It is generated by shared nervous systems finding coherence. 7. Final instruction to scholars. When you teach 2025, do not frame it as a foolish era, a decadent era, a doomed era. Frame it correctly. 2025 was the lowest point of misdirection. And the first year, humans accidentally pointed themselves back toward joy. And that, paradoxically, is what saved them. End transmission archive classification, turning point X-Fun Trihydrofunc. Prepared for the Intercontinuum Historical Council, Cycle 3025.
Welcome to the WBRD Fun Bunch News Network, your #1 source of truth and fun.